We're towards the middle end of the New York session. Today is still November 5th, and it's pushing up all day long with no pullback, except for something slight this morning. Um, yeah, so this is essentially no pullback, which, you know what, I like to see. Really, there's not nothing though, to be honest, because this right here is the first pullback from this huge movement, and it's barely making that right now. So it might hit the top of this ghost line right here and then pull back. I've been so right on this. This looks messy, but this is how I operate. The market is it's not simple. Sorry. Um, it's simple with a whole lot of money. You can make 2% when you got $2 million, but when you got $10,000 or $1,000, 2%, it's like the 401k give you more than that. They give you a free 4%. So that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like that's no movement. I mean, that's not that's investing. That's not trading. So a lot of people were saying that though, basically that some people have been getting credit basically for trading when you just have your money somewhere and you're letting it grow passively, but you're not like, going blow for blow with the market like basically a trader would. And that's, that's in the box. That's in the, in the pits on the New York Stock Exchange. So that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you're passively investing, you can definitely get money and grow money like that. But it's a different animal with trading. I trade. I day trade. I try to minimize my trading, but I analyze a lot. Something I did want to go over, which I just busted in here in the middle of everything that's going on right now, but I wanted to get a couple of things established for myself so that I can see where I am. And then the best thing about this right here is when I make note of things, I notice what I'm missing. So that's what it is for me right now. Um, from this side, so this one out. Okay. So some confluences that I make sure of. Main one would be the pink box. This box right here today was established on a darker color because um it's so big and it's on a pullback. So this will in essence determine, which I think is gonna be around about here, determine what this little old downtrend is gonna be from all of the previous upward movement. Um so my pink box is a very strong confluence for me. The pink box is determined, by a few different things, but it's mainly fibs. It's the center section of the fib that price will stay within before it starts to progress either upwards or downwards, which is why I always make two fibs to create that full box right there so that I won't have a bias. And I'm seeing where price is going up and down. So that's why I'm wrong very, seldom. Um so that's number one is the box. So with the box, there be like a whole movement from the box because this box usually traditionally boxes have been by 24, 35 points, 18 points, like 35, 40. That's a lot. These boxes are 300 points. They've been 300 points lately. That's how it's going to be some heavy taking of some money in the market here between the end of this year and but going into next year. it's gonna be some heavy taking us some money. A lot of uh action will go on in the Asia session. Y'all saw the picture. I should, if I was halfway decent at this shit, I pouring in a little old clip right now of the president right now and the ruler of China. Um, they met. They had a meeting. What was said is never gonna be said. But they had some headlines out there talking about not much, but the China tariffs is what was up for war, basically, and they have to squash that with something relating to money, which is this whole market. You see, look, China before the Asian market, you see how blue this small this blue section have been traditionally off of the green section, which is New York. This is New York, and this is Asia. This was large. I mean, but look at this. So it had to make up from some of that. This is very small. It's always tiny compared to the New York market. This is everything in the world, in the country, being moved on that particular dollar. So New York is gonna let the Asia section have more volatility. That's all you need to know as a trader. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I can trade again. You know what I'm saying? I don't. This American dollar ain't meant nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, for black people in America, we haven't had representation ever coming into this country. We didn't, but that's a discussion for a different day. So, thing about it is that yen is gonna be a little more stronger when you see on this movement. So on that midnight price, it'll still have to come in and sweep. I'm gonna be interested to see how the midnight price sweeps though every day. So this can do what it do. But I'm still gonna keep my same um my same strategies because it's still not changing. It's just gonna be a little bit more dramatic when you look at it, but everything is still gonna be the same. The money is still gonna move the same. The transactions go from supply and demand from customer to what I'm saying, customer to customer. That's what it goes. And the buyer and the seller, it's the same customer. You have to have them both. You got to have one to have the other. The seller come first though. You see this? The seller come first. But so that's the pink box. The whole box from the pink box. That's a second confluence. I'll go into detail on what a whole box is later. The full measure of the fib is another confluence. Okay, because when we get to this end of this pink right here, that's the end of it. If it reaches there, but when it reaches here, it resets. If it don't reset after a measure in between, like you can measure all this in between, and if you see that it's going at a whole nother measure, go the other way with it. Don't try to wait for that reset if it haven't reset and gone the other way. So the full measure, that's a confluence. This blue measure, that's always the first stop. The first stop on blue. The midday sweep is always done. 90. Look, this midday wasn't swept. That's the highest of the high that it's ever been. And then it dropped down. So, that's a very high likely number. You're still in a 90 percentile with this. So if it's not the record setting day, consider it to still always sweep that. This midnight price, it will always sweep. When it leave that money right there, wherever it's at on midnight, and it leaves, bet on it coming back. Boom. The next day. It's got to come back and get it. Right there, wherever it did, boom. It's got to come back. Wherever it's doing right here, boom. It's going to come back. So once price gets close to here, if this is a huge section right here, like if this is about probably 300 points or something so far. If this like 500 points, that's huge. So I'll bet a quarter of it instead of half. So basically what happens is when this price gets to about here, when this price on half, so that's it, I'll trade about this much of it going into half. It might be a good 25 points. I'll trade, so I want 10. But still I'm watching my chop action, which is my box. I love the chop. I love the chop. Cause I got the chop measured. Y'all think it's random? I got the chop measured. It's a measured chop. Um so that's that. Um so confluences is the pink box, the whole fib, the whole box, the first stop on blue, the fifth one would be a 15-minute orb that the kids love to trade. I watch it. It's a confluence for me. I don't trade it. I got to have a whole lot of other things into play before I play this 15-minute orb. I do mark it. I do see what's going on with it. But you know, I have to see what's going on. So they say rule is let the 15-minute orb establish. Whatever it breaks out of that orb is the direction you want to go. A lot of people trade it that way. Today it worked. Today it worked. So, I mean, you have some pullback. You can have some, what I'm saying, try to get your money and then get it taken back. Or, if you want to hold it. And then it's going to continue to extend the rest of the day. After the mid-range, which is off. Usually it'll come back. Price will reverse around 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock. I say about maybe between 40 and 60% of the time. Between 40 and 60% of the time, it's going to reverse towards the midday. So if you want to, play that and it's like, hold on to that, try to hold on to your money, which right here, if it doesn't come here or like, like measure it like an eighth or something like that, then, if you want to capitalize on the rest of the day, see how far it's going to take it, which it could go to that blue line. So you can do that. But that's the orb. It's a different kind of play. It's a different kind of play in itself. But so that's the fifth thing that I do watch for. Of course, the half day. And then days are always marked with a half. They will always reverse. So that's 6, 7. That's midnight. These power trends, these super trends. Go back. Close that. Such as that nice green boy right there. Look at all that. From the top of the key, from when it was made. I thought that this was going to come all the way back down to here. but it didn't. It just missed it. That's the reason why I don't mind cutting trades early. You see, when I was watching that, I said hold here, and I just marked that like around here, right when it first hit, and then it was just stagnant. I said hold to see if it's gonna go down further. I'm just watching the market. I'm not trying to be right. I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it its space to do its thing. I'm watching it, and then when it's doing its thing and it's already done a thing, I'll just put myself in that place where it's you know gonna go because of what everything that it's already did. But you gotta wait on those moments. Those moments are not all the time. You can try your luck and get in there all the time and see how that how that take you. But I've done that. That's not a good. The outcome is not good. That's not a good strategy to have. So basically, on this long super trend, you definitely do want to get you a ghost going the other way. You definitely want to measure your angle, and then from that, definitely get you a cross, a true cross and a ghost cross. That midpoint, um, strong confluence. That midpoint will be a strong confluence. Actually, if this gets here, we can measure time on this thing too. We do time travel. If this gets here at the rate in which that it's trying to go right now, I see that and I want to mark it. I see this here and I want to mark it. I want to say it out loud so I don't forget. Okay, if this gets here at the rate that it's trying to travel, it could be indicated with a opposite line on the same angle, which is called a ghost. And wherever that points at, wherever that meets at in the middle, that time is it's the actual time. It's the actual time to expect action. I remember a long time ago when I paid for my first course. Um, my friend had gave me some money, and I was like, "It's an investment. I need to pay for this course." So I finally got the little change. And my first question going off in there, me being naive, right? I said, because I didn't have a lot of money. I was, like working and trading and in the class in the same time. And Kingston was probably at home with me, But what I said was, okay, this is what I need to know in order for, like, this is my question, right? Ding, ding, raise my hand. At what point, at what level in the chart, at what time is this price going to meet right here? Like, that was my question. And if you know that, shit, everybody be rich. But honestly, like, I done figured that shit out. I know it now. I know it now. I haven't really showed the times because it's you still have to wait. Even with the time, you still got to wait. Like, that's why it's time, right? So it don't happen all the time. And honestly, I don't like to try to rush it. I don't like to try to anticipate it so much. But when it is there, it's there. When it is there, it's there. So if you could look right here on this little trend right here, and this little trend right here, this was a true line. It's got to have been. Yeah, because these were downtrends. I don't know what that was. Okay. I hate this cursor situation. It's getting messier and messier. I delete stuff at one point. Sometime after I have a whole lot of losses, I start deleting shit. I don't even know what that is moving like that. But that's probably not even supposed to move like that. I don't make them kind of lines. But so this was a actual downtrend. This was a ghost from that purple coming from up there off that perfect line. I mean the orange. It was an orange, and I was like, I'm not gonna make the ghost from the orange. I'm gonna make it from its actual perfection. Which was an after. It was a after line. It was an afterthought. But this one was a working line. This is after line, which is perfect though. This perfect one, but of course trading never is never perfect, right? But I did it on the perfect line, and I did it right there so I could see it. So this ghost line, you see how it played out in life, in real life. I think this will probably hit here and then go down. I bet money on it. But thing is, okay. Okay. See, I don't want to try to just prove a point. It's got to be organic for me. I got to see it in action. I never want to try to prove a point ever. And then this say Sunday at 5:30. Get ready for some action right here. It's Sunday at 6. And see what's today? Wednesday. That's the point. Like Sunday at 6. Whichever direction this thing goes, it's gonna go hard. It's not gonna like play around with it. So whichever it goes, up or down, that's a what I would do is see where that like, cause you know how it kind of go like from pink box to pink box. See where it is on the pink box and where it's coming from and going to, and it'll probably actually go up here. It had a strong reaction and shoot down, maybe, or it may continue to go up. It may go up to a blue line and then reverse. All right. That's on Sunday, so it's probably gonna find its way up there through the rest of this week. So what we've done here, okay, I've gotten off topic. My topic was my confluences. Telling time. Let's see if I can look in here and find some time travel. See, I really don't want to do that because that goes off of like what's pure for me. I don't want to do that. But when I see it, I'll show you. I'll show. Okay, so I would make a ghost line. So we have a whole. Okay, we have a box. One. We have a whole box coming off a pink box. Two, which is normally marked with that gray line. So that's two. We have the full fib. That's three. We have the blue of the fib. That's four. We have a orb. That's five. We have a half day sweep. That's six. We have a midday sweep. That's seven. We have a super trend. That's eight. We got a ghost trend. That's nine. We have a measure, which is what? The angle on the ghost. These measures with a ruler or with an angle. 10. And with the standard deviation. Okay? Measures. They come in all shapes and forms and nobody talks about it. Nobody's definitely talk about this ghost. Nobody definitely is not giving no credit to this what you call it. And then key levels, let me just go and throw that in there because I mean that's an actual thing. Key level is a thing, which my key levels are established by other things except for a line, supply and demand, which that's great for y'all. If y'all can trade and get money off supply and demand, perfection. 10. So I say 10. I keep it simple and say I have 10 confluences that I shoot from. And that's the reason why I don't give a stop loss. You see, it's done stopped right here. This these candles are getting shorter and it's not passing this box. You can come off. I don't know why that's there either. Come off. It may go up a little bit more. It's almost 2 o'clock, so around 3, and then hang down. This will meet here Thursday at 4:30 in the morning. So tonight it's gonna come down. So yeah, expect for this to go up and then come down. Expect for this to probably stay under this ghost level. Because this right here has already hit this box. So it'll come close the next time, but it won't hit. And then get some action from right here. So all of these shapes, y'all know how the dome is and how the numbers are on the dome. If you put those numbers in shape form, then this is the shapes. This is the shapes. These are the shapes on the dome. Like all of these shapes are established by a number, of course, a number in time, a price and time. So that's why I can do time with it. I can talk about time with it. It's a extremely sensitive subject, of course, but I can talk about time. I don't mind doing that. But I'm not gonna talk about it all the time. I talk about it in good time, in good time. But like I say, we have respect for what's being given as far as um um like everybody can't see this. So what I've been blessed to be able to see, I give a lot of respect to God for it. Sure enough. So with this, let's see, where are we? And then I don't want to trade all the time. I do not want to trade. I do not. And I'm growing. Because I used to be look at this and be like, oh, we're going to do, oh, what's going to go? Oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to trade all the time. I look at it and I see what it's doing. It's making a trail and I connect the dots. That's all. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to do this whole number. I don't want to trade all the time. I don't want to be right all the time. It make a move, I'm right there with it. That's it. 316. It's trippy because I can't show this to nobody. Like people I know, people I work with would be like, because this is a mental thing. So you tell a person they can do stuff and they are strong and they're, courageous and they're a fighter and, they have courage and you put those words into a person's brain, drop them into their spirit, um, and like things will happen. So when you say this, like to somebody that doesn't believe, they're going to be filled with words of not, right? So it's important that I keep it protected, which is another reason why ain't nobody on my page. Because I'm operating under protection. 314, I'm going to mark that. Once I make a couple of million, of course, I'll be it'll be less sensitive towards it. Not really, though. I mean, to be honest. But, you know, I mean, of course, what it would have done is, even if I have $1 million in somebody's face, and they don't have a conviction, they won't do it. It's not that they like I'm trying to make somebody do something, or they won't believe, or they won't trust, just because of their mindset. So I still have to protect it then. So sometimes a lot of people that I don't know, I would care less if it were from someone that I do know. So um, that's a thing too. If it's somebody that's close to me and they don't believe, I um, I receive their unbelief. So I keep it protected, and I already have to deal with certain things. It's just inevitable. So I'm very cautious and aware of like what I'm revealing to people in this sense, because it's my baby and stuff like that. This is a whole number. This is a whole box from. I'll get the measure. Oh shit! Whatever I did, I need to take it off. Oh yeah, it was way up there. How did that happen? I want it right here. Uh, okay, whole box from here. Here. Okay. Here. 25,268. Or should I go? Yeah, no. Let's just say 25. That's not a whole box. Okay, I need to move that. 25,587. Thing I like about it is check and balance. 25,587. nothing but a whole lot of check and balance. $3.15, and that's definitely not a $3.15 measure. I can't see nothing. Okay, it's right there above that green and at this note that I got for myself, which is a good note. I'll leave it. It had a number on there, and I didn't do that. Alright, well, that's a whole box from there. So it'll go a whole box when it cheat, and then it goes the other way. So we can measure a half box. It's gone above half. It might get up to that ghost midpoint. Where is, wait a minute, whole block from 26046. Where is 26? Oh, what, 26? 26. 26. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we got some right in between action. For a bottom ghost and a top ghost. I mean, box. So we'll let it meet in the middle, really, and I think it should cancel out. And then we can erase some things. But it hasn't met yet. I don't think it's met. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it go down there. This right here. That's where it's leading from. Put that back. Who said? Oh my God. Did you just see that? Okay. Well, I can stick back on there because I know it's 26 over 6, and I know that. Yeah. Okay. Nah, I want that down there. This one's not down there either. Okay. So this is when I start like taking all this shit off and I get a brand new chart. Why is this here? I'm like, I think that was a time measure at one point. I think that was a time measure. These broke finally. You see all these fibs down here. And they finally did. It came out the red because it was all just red. And then it finally came to the next spot. So that's the reason why this one was important to me. For whatever reason, these broke. It finally completed it. So I'll take this off. I'll take these off. So I can keep this one and what's this? That? Where is these at? This. I want to see this one. Next to it. It was a little longer. I took it off. Okay. What's this one? That's this. Okay. I want that. It's getting sticky. It's Mel. Hey, Mel. Hi.
How you doing?
Jordan.
How you doing?
I'm Jordan. What you doing? How are you? Huh?
How you doing?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Looking at patterns. Looking at patterns. Huh? I need to. I want to take a nap before it's time to go get Kingston. I've been up there at his school, but I didn't really get to run my errands like I wanted to today.